I tell you guys that Lagos state government is vested in this location. And when you see the state government, they are the alpha and omega of everything when it comes to real estate. When you see them having vested interest in a location, you as an investor should smartly do what? Carry your cushion share. As a Yoruba woman, you carry your cushion share. You will not carry a stool though, so that you don't feel uncomfortable. You have to carry cushion share, very good leather cushion share. You now sit there like this and sit like this. That's not how you sit. Wait. You sit and do like this. You're gonna cross your leg and sit comfortably. Whilst you're doing what? Putting your money to work for you, and you're patiently watching your money grow for you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. And thanks to each and every one of you who keep coming back to watch our episode each time we upload. Yes, so today is an exciting episode. But hey, before I just kick right into it, let's go to our usual routine. You know how we go, right? So it's time for you to get your glass of water, your cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, whichever one works for you, wherever you are. Get it, relax. Yes, ensure that you are in a very relaxed mood for this conversation today. Oh my God, I'm very excited about this one. Yes, this conversation is very exciting for me because it's so much of a good news. All right, so let's get into it. You know me as usual. I'm not complete without my green tea. All right, shall we? That's it. Yeah, always a fun time. So yeah, let's get right into today's episode. Like I said, today's episode is very exciting. It's going to be very short and brave because yes, it's just like going to be a breaking news for you guys. So on Friday, 7th of October, the Lagos state government took to their official Instagram handle and announced that they will commence construction of a new airport. And guess where this new airport is going to be? Yes, it's going to be in the Lekki-Epe corridor. Yes, the Lekki-Epe corridor, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what, guys? This new airport will be sitting on a 3,500 hectares. The interesting part for me is that they are commencing construction in 2023. Oh my God, 2023 is just 90 days time. This is very exciting. Good news for every investor, in fact, every stakeholder in this Nigerian real estate market. Another thing that really gets me more excited is the fact that I've been able to predict this before now. I have a confession to make though. Before now, I know that we've been talking about we know that the Lagos State had in plan to do the airport, have the 4th Mainland Bridge, and so many other projects in these houses. But I think at some point, there was so much rumor that when we saw that they were allocating the area they had marked, because if you go to that where we have the aeronautical scheme right now, down inside, if you go down there, you will see it. There's a big post that say this is going to be the airport. There is an airport area, okay? So it's not a zone you want to go to in case you are buying a land. So when I saw that they started allocating the land, there were so many allocations around there in the aeronautical scheme. So I was like, are we even sure that this airport is going to come to reality? And we started heading, even rumors were coming from outside. Maybe they forgot the project, maybe they're not doing the project. There was so much mixed conversation around the airport. That's why if you notice, if you've been following me, I rarely talk about the airport. I'm just very careful and skeptical. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm more excited now that they have put this rumor to rest by saying they are starting construction. So it means that all of the plan had been in process. They have started the plan, they started the conversation. They even said their master plan is ready. Of course, they had a master plan before, but of course, they said that the master plan is ready and that they are putting in all of the details, the funding for the project. Oh my God. Do you guys have an idea what will happen? In fact, for them to mere even announce this, can you guys take a guess of what is going to happen to properties on that corridor? Already, every property in that corridor is already selling around 20 million naira. You can't even find a property. So let's talk about properties around this corridor. First of all, the one that is so much directly facing the airport is Fairmont Green and what? And Smart Estate is facing, well, it's just a road that is in between the estate and where the proposed airport is going to be. So let me say this: if you're yet to make a reservation on Fairmont Green at this pre-launch price that we have, hey, I feel like Kabashi. You need to start making your reservation now. Yes, I mean, this is a good one. This is a reason more you should own this estate, because having an airport around is not around though. Let's even get it right. For Fairmont Green is not around. For Lagoon Front is around. In fact, for Lagoon Front is also, oh my God, these estates are now very strategically positioned, because if you look at it very well, Lagoon Front is at the other side of the airport. And Fairmont Green is just, oh my God, these guys are just, did I know about this? Okay, so it means that Fairmont Green and Lagoon Front, the airport is going to be in between them. So if you own Lagoon Front, you have to own Fairmont Green. So you're balancing it. Hey, gang. That aside, talking about other estate, those of you who bought into Itunu Residential, voila. Aside the fact that you bought a property that is facing the road, you're also around the airport. Now let's talk about people who bought into Amen Estate Phase 3. It's facing the road, but it's around the airport as well. Itunu City, Ivory Chestnut, etc. Even further into those of you who bought into the properties inside Epe town itself, it's still around the airport. So if you bought into, let's say, any property in Igbola, any property in Mojoda, even these new ones that we just introduced for the juvenile investment. Yes, the juvenile investment, I talked about it, but I've not done a full video on it. After, I will look for the time to do a video. I'll make sure that we'll upload it early. The juvenile investments, but I'll just talk about it briefly. The juvenile investment is a project by Gracias. Now, they want to give opportunity to kids and things for the parent to buy properties in their name. And then it's like you're sowing a massive seed into their future. You know how our parents used to buy stock. Parents used to buy stock in the name of their kids. I mean, you can use it as that. So stock is no longer a name. So now you using real estate as stock. It makes perfect sense. And this is going to be across the country. I mean, Abuja, Ekiti, Benin, Ogun, etc., especially in Lagos. But they have kicked on the one of Lagos, which is the one I introduced to you guys in the same Epe. Now, this particular one in Epe, they have in Igboye, they have in Omu. Like I said, it's not just kids only. Adults can also invest in it. Some of you probably remember the location of this property because some of you bought it, especially that one in Igboye. Some of you bought it at what? As Next Generation. The name of the estate then was Next Generation, which is also the same plan the company had then. It's not that they didn't go full fledged. They didn't blow it up like it is now. Now it's now fully blown up. Next Generation was for kids, but adults also bought into it. And I know how much you guys bought it, Abi. I have clients there. Now, guess what, guys? The CO of those land is in process. I'm not saying is in process like futuristic. No. They are done what? They have started it already. And from what I said the last time episode, from information I got, that government is going to bring a lot of government allocation in Epe right now. They are moving in massively in Epe. People are getting government allocation silently. So I wouldn't even be surprised if these two property under Kora had already fallen into what's it called now, government allocation. So this is the deal. You know, Ekpe is majorly freehold, to be honest. Even though some are also under agric. But let me tell you, you see those ones, those land that's under agric. Now that government is very interested in that area, or they have been interested in the area, but now that they are ready, they are already giving allocation. So those developers that do not know, well, I don't know. But I know that if you are buying all this freehold was selling, a company that is good, that have, know their way and know what they are doing, they go back, and if they buy massive land and they go back to the government, they will sell it to them as allocation. So what I'm saying in essence is that most of this cheap land you guys are also buying is going to eventually have a COO in a short period of time, depending on the muscle on of the company. So if you look at it, whether you're buying the one in as you're buying the ones inside the Ayetoro scheme, or the one facing the road, or the ones inside the Ekpe, from a reliable company. I don't know if you go and buy from one company that is not reliable. Well, that's a conversation for another day. But so far you're buying from a company that has muscle, that has good name, and they have what? They are reliable. Meaning that muscle, I mean, is that they know the way to go about getting allocation out. They know how to pay their money to government and get their allocation. The moment they get their allocation out, they will pay for the COO, and bam, your land has a COO. If you fall under such property, hey, just be dancing. Now, if you have not even bought, it means that this is the time for you to buy more. As you're buying the Fairmont Green, you are buying the Cora City, you are buying the people like Excel Garden, you are buying people like, even people who bought into Prime View. By the way, the Prime View, the allocation is this month as well. So, gosh, I see, guys, what has come to Ekpe Ibeju-Lekki corridor has actually come to stay. And it's exciting for me because we're beginning to see the progress. People like us are no longer being called liars, and saying, no, you guys are just using it for marketing gimmicks. You guys are just talking. That place is not going to da-da-da-da-da. That place is not going to big. Those of you that bought land in Ibeju-Lekki, beachfronts, perfection estate. Some of you have bought land 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You don't know what's happening there. You're saying, what's happening there? I want to sell the land up. Don't sell it. Some of you have called me. I want to sell. In fact, recently somebody called me. The person didn't even buy it from me anyway. But that's not even the point of contention. I want to sell away my lagoon front. I looked at the person and I'm laughing. I didn't say a word though. I just said, sorry, I cannot help. I did not say one word. I decided to keep my advising aspect of me. I decided to keep it in my pocket that day. Because also that day was one of those good days. I mean, I lost a good friend and we just buried her. So I was not even, mentally, I was not even there. But I'm using this avenue to say to you, if you bought into lagoon front, do not sell it yet. The reason why you bought it is for investment, I believe. Except for somebody that is in a very critical situation, God forbid, if you have an emergency. But please, if it's not an emergency, why are you selling it? You have bought it 2 years ago, you want to sell it. Error. It's an error. It's a big error. Be patient with your investment. I've said it over and over. Investment in those, in fact, real estate investment is majorly long term, and you have to be patient as a real estate investor. With all this VGC we are seeing people talking about today, do you know how long the early birds in VGC, do you know how many years ago they bought those lands? So when we are making references, somebody bought VGC at a ridiculous amount. Oh, you thought it was just 2 years ago. A lot of them was 15 years ago. Some were even 20 years ago. Yes. At least I started living in this houses now, at Jack Corridor. This is my 8th year. So obviously people bought it 20, 25 years ago. Yes. This Royal Garden that is one of the big boys now, Mega Mond. Gosh. People bought it years ago. Patience. What I'm saying, my point that I'm driving home is that you're decided to be a real estate investor in this market, you require a lot of patience. You bought into Morganite, Gracias Morganite, one of my favorite estates. You see, you know that Gracias Morganite in Eleko is not also far from the airport. And it's facing the road. See, this news is just, I think this was the news I needed this week, because this past week has been traumatic for me, losing a friend, watching her being buried, and okay, moving away from for me. So this news it was just a light that I needed to just, push and keep moving and all of that. So yes, I just want to use this medium to say congratulations to you. Hey, congratulations to you. Oh, congratulations to you. Yes, to everyone who had patiently invested in the Lekki-Epe corridor before now. Congratulations to you. To you who is just starting to invest and we keep investing, congratulations to you more. I mean, this airport is going to affect the entire livelihood of all of us on the island, starting from Victoria Island all the way to the last part of Epe, which is where we have the toll gate, right? Everywhere, even Ogun State will be affected. This Ijebu part will be affected by this airport, and so many other infrastructures that will be coming out of this corridor. I tell you guys that Lagos State government is vested in this location, and when you see the state government, they are the alpha and omega of everything when it comes to real estate. When you see them having vested interest in a location, you as an investor should smartly do what? Carry your cushion share. As a Yoruba woman, you carry your cushion share. You will not carry a stool though, so that you don't feel uncomfortable. You have to carry cushion share, very good leather cushion share. You now sit there like this and sit like this. That's not how you sit. Wait. You sit and do like this. You're gonna cross your leg and sit comfortably. Whilst you're doing what? Putting your money to work for you, and you're patiently watching your money grow for you. So I want to say to you again that you have started investing in Babajide. Be patient. Very soon. Already safe. You should be happy with your investment, because trust me, your money is already working for you, and more money will work for you. So I'm saying to you now, there are several. If you have the resources to buy into Fairmont Garden, yes, I'm shouting about Fairmont Garden because it's the latest one and it's on pre-launch offer. 15 million naira, not all inclusive. All inclusive is 18.2 million naira for 500 square meters. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 300 square meter is 9 million naira. The all inclusive is around 12 point something million naira. Get on it now. 31st of October is when the pre-launch price closes. Now with the advent of this news of the airport, hey, I'm gonna tell you that when they launch it fully, with what they have in mind, you are probably going to be paying 25 million naira. You know it's a government allocated land, and the CEO will soon be out in the name of the company. Already, those of you who bought Itunu's residential, if you see the way I'm just jumping in joy for you people. You guys are very smart. Now we have Itunu City there as well, still selling. The price of Itunu City also will be reviewed upward end of this month. If you have the muscle to buy each of this, get on it now. If you don't have the muscle, you are believing, let me go and take my risk and go and buy the ones without title because it's still cheap. Perfection 1 million naira, Ezek Garden 1.5 million naira, Coral City in Igboye 3.5 million naira, the one in Omu 2.5 million naira, Prime View in Mojoda 2.5 million naira, and so many other that you know. At least these are the few I can talk on top of my head that I guarantee, goodness guarantee, and I stand with. Go and start buying your plots and be buying. You see those ones under 1 million, 1.5. It's better you buy as much as possible. There are payment plans on all of these properties. 1 year payment. They all have 1 year payment plan. Aside Fairmont, which has 24 months payment plan. The entry fees are ridiculously easy. City View, I didn't mention City View. City View now is selling at 1.5 million naira. Get on it, guys. Initial deposit for Fairmont is 1 million. The one for Itunu City is 3 million naira if you're buying 300 square meter. 5 million naira if you're buying 500 square meter. And then the Coral City is 1 million. You know, others are like 500,000 naira, 300,000. Yes, we have 300,000 naira own. So see, in my portfolio, I've given you options so that one way or the other, you're part of what is already happening in the Lekki-Epe corridor. Now, in Lekki proper, towards the Dangote refinery, you can still get a plot of land for C of O for 15 million, 16 million naira. There is Atlantic View. I've not brought it to you guys, not introduced it to you guys, but they're selling it on pre-launch because I've not been to the site, so I've not been able to introduce it to you guys. Fairmont Green, I've been to Fairmont Green. I know where Fairmont Green is. It's a long-term project. I just bringing it out. I know where it is, and I tell you, it's facing the airport area. It's facing the airport. But in fact, if the last time I tried to go to Fairmont Green to go and see what they were doing there are, if you see the heavy mopos that is guiding that place, soldier, Lagos, you see their big van, Lagos State Government, Kinikon, those big names. And in fact, at the point I was afraid, you cannot even go there on your own. If you don't identify yourself, they don't know you, you can't go there. I had to go with someone from the company, and it was the person that gave me a pass. For you to ask, I say, no wonder, why are they guiding this place? Why? I showed you, is it more than, oh God, thinking about it now, I was like, is it more than this Lagos allocation? We've gone to so many allocations that the signboard of the airport is there. See the airport, see it, very massive land going in. And then, like this, see the airport like this, see the signboard, see where Fairmont Green is. So the fact that we've not yet introduced it to show you, some of you already know, it is where the former Amen Estate 3 is, that road, behind Ituno Residential, that road is where this Fairmont Green is. So, now is not the time to slack, okay? Now is the time to do what? As my own professional advice, invest as much as you can in this location. I was talking about Lekki earlier. Yes, there's this property. I can't give you, I've not gone to check it, but they're selling around 7 million. It's government excision. So everything that is happening will affect, like I said, it will affect life even back to all the way to Epe and to VI. So whether you have bought a land in Eluju, all those where Peak Prime 4 is, where some people say no, it's far. Now that there's an airport around the corner, is it far? All those hey gosh. Let's even talk about Lakwe. Peak Results. Those of you that bought into Peak Results. How many minutes drive is Peak Result to the airport? Kemba? Synergy. Synergy Garden. In Migondo there. I talk about Grassroots Connect. Even Awoyaya, people investing in Awoyaya, all the way back to Aja. Because if there's an airport there, it affects all of us. All of us on this corridor from Aja downward, even from Lekki downward. It affects our life. So hey, now is the time to strategically do what? Invest. You know why? If you miss out opportunity of investing in this last quarter in 2022, you know when you wait to 2023, you are going to be paying double, if not triple. So be smart, be wise, and take action now. Now, when it now comes to taking action, please take your action through me. You people should still stop it. Some of you do it a lot. You still come back and tell me, madam, thank you for that, your advice. I went to buy through my Kinikon. Stop it. It's not good. The Lord does not like what you are doing. You gather information. I don't know, anytime I talk about this, I just laugh. It's for the laugh, but then it's a serious thing. Please appreciate the effort. Just tell me, call me, let's have a conversation. Let me advise you which one you should be buying right now. And trust me when I tell you, the one that is hot right now is this one's in Ekpe. They are very hot. You know, like hot akara. You know, it's a hot akara, hot puff puff. You know when you like, if you're a puff puff lover, you know you cannot eat puff puff cold. Of what use is a puff puff that is cold? To your long, it's hot. Hot puff puff. Oh my God. So the one that is like hot puff puff right now, hot akara. I like food, yes, man. I'm a foodie, just a reminder. Anyway, if you're not a foodie, don't you eat? We're off this. It's the Fairmont Grain. It's no city, the Cora, the Rishi. You see the ones that are, you should buy it now before you are going to pay more money. Remember, especially this Fairmont Grain and it's no city. The prices are going to be reviewed for November. So it's saying, low is you. Hey, if I were you in that Fairmont Grain, I'm going to buy plenty clothes. That's my own advice. Anyways, thank you so much. I hope this has been a great news to you. I hope you are excited about this. Some of you probably would have read it. I know some clients who follow these informations all the time. So for realtors who always watch my video, I hope you just grab it. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, well, good news to you as well. So hey, get to work. All right, so hey, it's about time that all of us get to work. All hands must be on deck. Remember, last year when the Lagos State government came and announced that they were going to start the road rehabilitation from Lekki Junction all the way inward Empire, I was part of the people that told you about it. I predicted it, and now it happened. And I told you guys that I don't think they're joking. They're not joking, and you guys can already see that they weren't joking. And you saw the transition. What do I mean? I told you guys when they started that road that this one that they had started the road, you now see estates start springing up. What happened? In less than a few weeks, estates started springing up. You see what has happened in that road? That road has opened up. Now, this airport news is further going to open this houses. It's further going to boost the economy for Lagos State, for investors, for all stakeholders. And the only smart thing to do as a real estate investor in the real estate Nigerian market is to jump on it. Be smart, be wise, and take action today. And I will be glad to go on this journey with you. For those of you who are patronizing me already, it's time to do more. I'll be glad to further go ahead with this journey. I've proven myself to you guys that I can deliver, and I will still deliver. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I really do appreciate your valuable time, because I know quite a lot of you are very busy people. I mean, you have stuff to do, but you still make out time to watch this. So I hope I've been able to make it worth your time this time around again. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Don't forget, my name remains Goodness Usman. Of course, I'm your fab lady realtor for the entire realty 24/7. Of course, I am also a filmmaker and an actress, and I have a new project that is showing on Yoruba YouTube channel called Aeronautical. For those that are not Yoruba, the meaning is ungrateful heart. We had the part 1 introduced 3 weeks ago, and ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday we uploaded the part 2. So hey, go and watch the part 2. Please put your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. What lessons are there? Are you entertained? And if you have something you think you can advise me on how to better my project when it comes to this movie making, please put it in the comment section. You can call me one-on-one and tell me, and trust me, I am very, very up for feedbacks, whether it is more positive, of course, and of course negative, that also help me to work on myself. Yes, I know quite a number of you don't know that I'm also an actress, but I think about this time, some of you already know, except for the new ones that joined. The old ones already know. For those who are just recently subscribing to the channel, welcome once again. Yes, let me use this opportunity to welcome you guys and to tell you guys, yes, I am a seasoned professional realtor based in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm also an actress and a filmmaker to the core. Yes, I love telling stories. I love using my storytelling to just impart people, impart the world, kind of put my signature on art, because it is important that in everything we do, for me, it is important in everything I do, I impart people as much as I can positively. So hey, we have come to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much once again for watching, because if you guys don't watch, there's no point making the show at all. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. But most important, I think you should start calling me. Let's talk about the next investment you would invest in right now, because time is of essence on this matter and regarding your investment. All right, thank you again. I'll see you guys when you give me a call. But until then, ensure that you remain safe and awesome, just the way you are. So I say to you, what double?